YouTube. The S23 Ultra is arguably the best phone of 2023. Now, there's a area or two that can use a slight fix in order to 100% solidify the spot. We'll get into all of that, but it is arguable. And outside of that is the best battery, has one of the best displays, it's fast, well designed, and has a built-in S Pen. It's rocking Samsung's latest One UI 6, and the S23 Ultra has also been on a great upgrade schedule as well. And I must admit, I'm typically a Nova Launcher user over One UI, but I recently dived a bit more deeper into One UI alongside with Good Lock, and I was able to squeeze a bit closer to my preferred UI layout, which is a good sign for One UI. So after 9 months, is the S23 Ultra still a great buy? Absolutely, and there's actually a great deal right now linked down in the description below. I paired the S23 Ultra with the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic and a pair of Galaxy Buds 2 Pro to truly experience the Samsung ecosystem, and I must say, it did well. Now, at first glance, the S23 Ultra is just a refinement of its predecessor, the S22 Ultra, and that's perfectly fine. The flatter edges alongside the better internals really rounded the phone out and made it a bit more comfortable to hold in hand. But the internals are what truly made this phone shine. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in combination with the larger battery now finally gives you the battery life efficiency and power we deserved on the Android platform. So no longer is Apple the only efficient phone in town. The S23 Ultra is the first flagship Android to rival the iPhone Pro Max battery life, and that's quite impressive. And this leads to confidence in your device like no other. I can be casual about charging my smartphone, and that convenience alone is worth it for me. And there's always the truth that battery life is totally 100,000% subjective to the user and, you know, their apps and their setup and so forth, especially on the Android platform. But I can confidently skip charging at night and charge when I'm awake. So after 9 months since first release, how is the S23 Ultra holding up in the market today? Now, as you can see, mine is in great condition, but I care for my devices even though they are all caseless. This is a flagship quality frosted glass back, strong aluminum siding, and Gorilla Glass to cover the front. This device will hold up as well as you treat it, and mostly everyone is throwing their devices inside of a case. Now, my one critique around design would be the lack of a flat display and an uneven top and bottom bezel sizing, which are in no way deal breakers. Oh, and speaking of OLED, there's not a day that goes by that I have any regrets staring at this beautiful OLED panel. The colors are amazing, and if you put it on natural, not vivid, there's accuracy to go along with that. Now, if you didn't know, Samsung manufactures display panels for other smartphone carriers, so it's safe to say that they know a thing or two about making a beautiful AMOLED panel. So literally at this point, you are getting one of, if not the best display on a smartphone at an incredible price and discount. Sometimes it pays to wait. And remember I said the internals are what make this phone shine this year? The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, the latest Adreno GPU, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and One UI paired with Android 14. You see, Snapdragon is building and optimizing chips strictly for Galaxy devices. And with that extra effort of a tailor-made chip, you get efficiency and optimization, aka your battery life, your app performance, and your raw power are all now streamlined. And what makes this significant in this fragmented Android world is that this device now has a unique presence amongst the competition. Everyone may be using the same engine parts, but the S23 Ultra has a tune, and that alone puts it ahead of the pack. Now, remember in the beginning when I said that there was one area that was keeping this thing from truly just claiming the best? Well, that area is the cameras. And it's so confusing because hardware-wise, these cameras are phenomenal. I can squeeze some of the best quality video without a doubt, and sometimes photos of any Android device. So why sometimes? Before I show you how great the video and photos out of this phone can be, let's address the issue. So Samsung cranks the whites, simple as that. And to be frank, this is probably cultural, but in a multicultural world and market, it doesn't always translate well. And for simple proof, if you load in any raw photo taken from this device, you will see that it has a default of cranked whites, as you can see in this clip I'm showing you. This basically leads to overexposure and over brightening of skin tones, which can be corrected in post and sometimes maintained in camera, but ultimately it is an issue to some. So before you get any bad impressions, let me show you how good these cameras really are. All right, so here's an indoor, a well-lit shot with ideal lighting and so forth. And this is the front-facing camera, no ND filters, no extra tidbits. I'm literally just using a Pro Video app that's built in. Okay, so things get a little bit different here because now I'm using the main wide angle lens, which is the lens. This is the lens that's gonna give you the best results. Should be quite impressive. All right, so right now I'm shooting Pro Video mode with the highest ND filter because it's super bright sunlight, but the quality is to the max. And as you guys can see, the quality that I'm getting out of this is about to be nuts. YouTube, here we are, 8K 24 frames per second with an ND64 from the Freewell system. I got the selfie stick with the button. I can activate recording. I got direct sunlight. This thing is shining on my forehead and I know I'm sweating because it's 100 degrees out here. Smash the like button and turn on the bell just for that. So as you can clearly see, this camera hardware is capable of producing great results. And I do have one more request from Samsung. Give us a log profile so that we can shoot flat unedited video and correct it to our liking. Outside of that, these are some of my favorites, if not the favorite camera housing in the Android hemisphere. Now, everything I've spoken of means nothing if the user experience doesn't live up to the hype. But you're in luck because everything that's hyped about the S23 Ultra is actually valid. Ooh. You technology snobs, I done just about had it with all of y'all. Listen, duck.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night.